with me and don't play like you really that person because and then after that you started calling me faggots. It's still so it went right back to exactly like yes, it makes sense. That's why you felt comfortable enough to get on the phone and call your son a faggot and think I was not gonna say something. Girl, fuck you.
Exactly.
Like you.
Yeah, because like, why you a grown woman? Why you acting that way?
But that's what he's saying. Like, you gotta watch your mouth because it's like you saying it in a slur way, and it's like, bitch, you oh, like what?
Yeah, you a grown ass woman, and that's your vocabulary.
Like you can say anything else
So
but.
I do believe in removing people. Not that I don't need you to align with it. I need you to respect me as a human being. Why? Because half of the shit the heterosexuals do is just as bad. It is just as bad.
The
So with that
Christians are
being said,
bad,
you just
worse.
don't get the same effect because it's supposed to be normal. But the thing about it is like the fuck, like no, you are going to respect me. So if you don't respect me, yes, I will say you need to leave my life. And because you shouldn't feel comfortable enough. If you calling people faggots in the street and you're not doing it around me or to me, maybe that'd be a little different. It's still wrong,
Because I bet you
but
100%.
but I don't need to know about it. But once I know about it, oh, it's a fucking problem.
Because I bet you 100% if she was still here and she would have seen Maurice and him kiss or do some like, some gay shit.
No, that was
No,
that
that wouldn't
that's the
happen.
thing is that that didn't
That
bother
her. No, the point is in her angriest moments.
her angriest
what
moment. That was the only thing she came out
she
with.
was able to come up.
Yes, and her like, and that's serious because that mean, girl, where you been? That been Apollo's inside. So that mean,
I
girl,
hear something.
you been holding on to that.
It's a microwave.
I just know that and we could have fixed it, but I didn't even bring it up to her. She got mad. She just kept, why? Why you didn't have me there? Why you had Moses and Maria? Why? And I finally said, girl, you called your son a faggot. I didn't like that shit. Yeah, I said, and the reason she said, so why you didn't say something before? I said, yeah, you're right. I should have, but I didn't know how to come at you respectful. I said, so I said nothing. I said, because I knew I was going to say some crazy shit. Like, I know myself.
Yeah.
So she's right. And I told her, I said, yo, you right. I should have addressed you about it when it was done. Like I said, you're right. Like I didn't tell her. I was like, yo, you right. You right. I couldn't let you
But you
lie.
take that situation, you think about it.
I
like,
said, but she was like, but
nah.
she said, but you held on to it. I said, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did. I said, and I felt some type of way all this time. I said, but I knew I couldn't communicate it in a way where we wouldn't fight. I knew we were gonna fight, and what happened? We fought anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't gonna get to that point because it's like you guys are not. It's your way of being, your way of thinking. Hell no. Would you ever like be her sister again?
Be her brother again? Yes, 100%. With changed behavior.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
like
able
if
to
she
talk to
like
them
if she wants to argue with you and kind of
unless
fight with
she
you,
apologizes.
then she could say words, but know what not to say.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to talk to her again.
See, I got to.
And the way
my
she
family-
disrespected Maurice, you will apologize. Or there is no there's
no.
there's
Yeah, hell
nothing to
no.
talk about. And that's the thing is I don't like the fact that
Because me,
yeah, they were cool, they hung out even without me. But I don't like the fact that everybody wants to attack Maurice when they're mad at me because they have nothing to say about me. Y'all have nothing to say about me, but the first person you attack is my spouse, and then you feel you would be able to come in his home comfortably?
Mhm.
No. I don't operate like that.
I mean, only bring him up if it's facts, if it's true statements.
Yes,
not
but it had
even
nothing to
so.
do with Maurice.
But this is
The
what I'm
only
gonna say.
thing-
People want to hurt you where it hurts the most.
I wasn't doing
and
nothing in this
this
situation.
is his pride
so
thing. Like this
why
is his,
bring me up at
this
all?
is his
You
baby.
don't have to bring me up.
That's the thing about people. People want to bring any little thing where it hurts the most. And then, bitch, of course, they see how much, was it for how he moves from Maurice. He wanted to hurt him. He wanted to be like,
Yeah, they want a reaction because they probably used
That.
to toxicity.
Uh-huh.
me, No, I get to a point. I don't know about y'all. I've always had toxic family members, and I forgive. And I got to a
You
point,
have, and I always
bitch.
told you,
Yeah,
you gotta
I got to a
stop.
point where I'm just like, fuck you, like, bitch, no.
They been saying fuck
It's no
you.
rekindling nothing. It's not, oh, we're gonna change. Fuck no. Bye, deuces. I'm out. Can't do it no more. Can't. Like, I have a couple cousins I done cut off too many times because of shit that they don't did to me. And they will come, they will look at me and they're like, oh, it's been forever. I'm like, it has. Well, it was nice seeing you. You know, hope you have a good day. You're a stranger to me now.
Yeah, and like I said, we
I ain't
could
no
have
fuck with
fixed it,
family.
but she should have never ever brought it to the table for what it was. And then I had like $56,000 of her money in my bank account. Right, she had gave me the money to hold for her house. I said, okay, no problem. I was manager in it. I was investing it for her, making her more money. Her son had broke a desk. He stayed here a weekend and broke a desk, a brand new desk.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, and no, she never paid for it, but she said she would.
Hey,
Right.
I think you took it or
But
something like that?
we never actually went and picked up the desk, but I eventually did, and I found like a little bullshit $69 vest. $69 vest. But I said, you know what, let me take my 200 for the original vest. But I told her, I said, yo, I'm taking this
And
$200
she got,
for the original vest. Desk. I said, because you were supposed to pay for it and you never paid for it. And she was like, and
how's this neighborhood?
it's
Good?
pretty quiet like
Okay.
this. And
I'm just hearing things, sorry.
you're gonna hear things. It's like, so you're hearing me, and I
No,
was
I'm
hearing
hearing things in the
you.
background.
I know, but it's a lot going on right now. So this is a spiritual point because I'm teaching. No,
No, that's what I'm
so
just asking. I hear
she
things.
should have just accepted that she was not a witness, and then she would have been at this main wedding, which I was telling her she was gonna be at, and I may have made her a something. I don't know what, but something. But she didn't even get there because she got in her fucking feelings. And she was like, and then it was like, oh, you never truly support me when I was gonna get married, because she was supposed to get married there in that same room. But she didn't. But we did.
Cause
And
you in it.
She got a boyfriend?
she had a fiance,
Oh.
but he wasn't shit.
She's bipolar depression.
Yeah, so yeah, and
I
that
must be
does
doing something wrong.
and that does play a role in it. No, it does play a role. And this is not the and I but like I said, I was wrong. The only thing I felt like I was wrong about, and I do agree to, is I should have told her when I was mad the first time.
But
It,
it's different when it's a sibling, like you said.
it is because I knew I was gonna react off of emotion, and I knew I was gonna tell her, "Yeah, baby, father ain't shit. Yeah, da 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 da." You know, I knew I and
So girl be this better. You sleep my bad bugs.
no, or and then and then she's like,
So
oh,
fair as
she
shit.
said, oh, you didn't support me when my first when Mark died, which was her first baby father. That I was like, okay,
Oh yeah, and she was
I
mad
said, but
because
I
she
didn't say
left.
nothing. I said I didn't say anything. She was like, exactly, you didn't say anything, and I went through a hard time. I said, girl, I didn't give a fuck. I said, that's why. I said, he wasn't shit. I said, he wasn't shit. I'm not saying I'm glad he dead, but what's the difference?
Mhm.
What's the difference of him being alive? He wasn't shit when he was alive. He didn't do shit for his son when he was alive
You're
until the
black, bro.
motherfucking end. So with that being said, like, girl, no, I don't give a fuck. You forgive. I didn't. He was in my nephew's life until he was 8 years old. Fuck that nigga. But I never said all that. All I said was, she said, he's. She said we was over here smoking and on an edible, and she said, oh, she just jumped up out of nowhere. Me and Maurice is high. She high. We lit. She just jumps up out of nowhere and says, ah!
What the fuck happened?
Louder than that. Like just jumps
Yo,
up out of
she
nowhere.
yelled.
She,
It was
oh. And
What happened? Why she was speaking like
hold
that?
on. And I'm on an edible. And I tell people, leave.
I'm like,
It's a rule.
what the fuck
It's a
is
rule. When
going
people
on?
want to talk about anything serious and I know I'm not capable, I say, listen, I can't do this with you right now. I say, because you're gonna feel disrespected by me. Because I'm gonna laugh and everything you say is gonna to me is gonna be I'm gonna be instead of having that empathy, I'm gonna be like straight bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. So she was
Especially with her, she don't do shit like
yeah, so she should have left it. I think she should have left. So she jumped up and screamed. And I still laugh to this day. That's how bad it is. I laugh every time I tell this story. I just looked at her and I smiled.
But why was she screaming though?
I don't know. It was fucking random. Like it was weird. And I'm not trying to be funny. And I love my sister, but she just did it. It was just like spot. You know how I screamed at the fucking thing? And y'all was like, oh shit, it was that. Like, okay, hopefully I'm not sick like that. Because she did that. But while we're high, we're smoking.
Especially on edibles.
Yeah, and we're on edibles. And we're drinking wine. Like, we are mixing. We are cocktailing. And I just looked, and then I look at Maurice. He had a solid face. He didn't laugh or nothing. But I'm looking at him because I want him to understand I'm going through something. I'm going through something. Like, spiritually, I was fighting myself. And I
wouldn't look at him.
He wouldn't look at me, and I'm being extra now. And then I said, I get up after a minute, and I get up and I say, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I said, I'll be right back. I walk off. This nigga don't give me no space to get myself together. I never made it to the bathroom. By the time I landed in the room, I was on the bed laughing so hard.
Yo, Yo, listen.
I still laugh the same way. I don't know it. And then she was crying about him dying, and I didn't care. Yo, no, I'm not an evil person, but it just made me laugh. Every time I talk about it, it just made me cry because it's just
that's funny.
It was like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you jump up like that? And then I told her, I said, I couldn't. I just was laughing. It was bad. I was crying. And Marie started laughing too. And then I said, you gave me no time to get myself together. I tried to get to the bathroom. Like, I was walking. Bro, no funny shit.
Disrespectful ego.
Yeah, I was walking. I literally got all the way to the room and couldn't get past the bed because Maurice, he touched me and he was trying to hold himself together and made me bust out laughing. And then I came out the room. It was the walk of shame. Yes. And then I walked out the room and I said, no, girl, I'm high. I said, girl, I'm high. Don't take me serious. I said, girl, I'm high right now. I said, we was smoking and we was drinking. I said, girl, don't take me serious. And after that, she said, oh, she knew. She said, I thought this was a safe space. I guess it's not.
Bro, I remember one time when me and Sophia did an edible in the Bronx. And it was remember that real Reese's chocolate one you had got from your dealer or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Sophia ate this shit, right? He's like, I don't feeling shit. This shit ain't doing shit to me. Bro, give it 20 more minutes later, bitch, I'm already feel blazed. Like, I'm like, Why me and Zephyr has been stuck in his bed for maybe an hour or two, sitting there, just laughing it up. And Zephyr's like, yo, I think when he started laughing, I think that's when he realized, he's like, oh, that shit hit. He like, that shit's hitting. Because at the beginning, he's like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is this? This ain't got shit in here. I was like, you got to give it a minute. He's like, nah, usually when I get edibles, it hits me right away. And I'm like, nah, give it a minute. And this nigga's like, when he starts to, I don't know what we were laughing about. We were laughing about something. And then he started laughing so hard, like just giggling the fuck out. And that's when he's like, oh, shit. Yeah. Nah, that shit hitting.
But you know what? I hate people always want to tell me serious stuff when I'm high.
Like, that would happen? I would have bust out laughing. I'm
like,
sorry.
girl, leave me alone.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I didn't support you. Girl, no, I didn't support you because I didn't like him. I said, but And why'd you, he said, your son died at birth and came, thank God they brought him back, was in the NICU. He never came to see his son again for 8 years. Like, you're like, and your son was what, only like, what is he now? 15? Yeah, he's now 15. So he did have, his father came in his life, and he became consistent when he was like 9. He became consistent all the way up until he died. But it was more years you weren't shit than you were shit. So for me, I was like, fuck that nigga. Low key, like, I'm not happy he died, because he died from, like, he was an alcoholic and he had motherfucking kidney failure. He killed himself.
I hate people like that. They
He
be
killed
all
himself.
vulnerable and sad as fuck about a person dying, but bitch,
I said he killed himself.
during the living time, bitch. That motherfucker was the worst motherfucker.
He put himself in a coma with his addiction.
Word.
Because his kidneys couldn't filter that. He was waiting on the kidney transplant. And he killed himself, basically. In my eyes, he really murdered himself, because if he would have just went in, but no, he didn't. He killed himself. Drinking.
I'm not. I'm the type of person like, bitch, whoopie do, they died. Rest in peace, but shit, them motherfucker ain't shit. I forgot who died. Oh, one of my homegirls, mans. But yo, that man, he was an ain't shit nigga. Motherfucker put his hands on her and everything. I could tell. She got so mad at me one point. I said, girl, fuck him. Why would you say that about him? I love him. I said, girl, you cry every fucking night calling my phone. And year after year. I'm like, but she has stopped. She literally stopped talking to me. Then I guess she got to realization. She's like, you know what? You got a point. I miss you. I said, girl, yeah, like, you mad at me because I'm telling you the truth? Nigga ain't shit. But he died. He got shot in the head. What he do?
It's like, what you want me to feel? I don't feel good about the person while they was alive.
Which is true, but try not to be too insensitive.
It's not about trying to be.
But it's
because
like,
it's just, if I tell you I can't support that, I couldn't. Even if I wanted to, because I knew truthfully it wasn't right in my heart. I thought the shit. I didn't even think that. I didn't think it was funny that man died. I will say that.
People still be so sad. Oh, I miss, bitch. What you miss?
Yeah, but that's the thing. What do you miss about somebody who made you a single mother and didn't even support you enough to be here for your son when he went through one of the traumatizing point in his life? He came out 1.5 ounces. And you saw, I saw my son
you stay
die.
talking about it. So the more you keep talking about it, the more I'm just getting to know about it. Like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
So you know how I feel about him. So don't talk to me about him.
Yeah, like even her baby father now, the new one, the only one because he alive. I said, girl,
oh, Lord, the way you said
I said, girl, that nigga do not want to move down here. But did she listen? She kept listening to his lies. And did he move down here? No.
But he's in New York.
Yes.
Lizette has that,
He's from Seattle.
a guy won, but he probably was 12-15 or anything. But yeah, I think it's mostly because of the good times that
Everybody, this is the Fear from No Love Lost 2.0. Make sure you watch the show. Make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And don't forget, it's one love.